News: a federal judge has ordered Ryan Ruth to remain in custody following this month's apparent assassination attempt on Donald Trump.
The federal judge has denied bond and has ordered Ruth to be held in jail until a resolution of charges. A lead FBI agent in this investigation was called as that witness to the stand by the defense for 2 hours. And this was a strategy to persuade the judge to let in specific evidence that we heard just this morning, including, for example, a photo of the rifle. Now, the prosecution did reveal that Ruth spoke to a female friend while in jail earlier this week. The prosecution said Ruth apologized on the phone for what he had done, and the woman said, quote, "You did the worst thing you could have possibly done." Ruth then apologized one more time. This was the prosecution's way of trying to show an admission of guilt.
Fox's Dana Marie McNichol there on the campaign trail. The former president appears to be trailing Vice President Harris on the national level, but does have the edge in several key swing states.
Former President Trump has the advantage in critical Sunbelt states in a New York Times Siena College poll. The survey gives the former president a 5-point lead in Arizona, 50-45 over Vice President Kamala Harris. He is favored by smaller margins in both Georgia and North Carolina. That poll coming a day after an NBC News poll shows momentum nationally for Harris, leading former President Trump 49-44 overall. Harris has seen her favorability in that poll jump 16 points since July, the largest increase for any politician in an NBC News poll since former President George W. Bush's popularity surged in the wake of the 9/11 attacks. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Violent crime dropping in 2023. That's according to new numbers from the FBI. The Bureau estimates a 3% decrease from the previous year. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, Donald Trump Jr. here. Central banks are buying gold at record amounts, and the trend is accelerating in 2024. They see the writing on the wall. The dollar is failing.
At Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
More than 350 are dead as Israel ramps up airstrikes in Lebanon targeting Hezbollah militants.
Hundreds of airstrikes have hit alleged militant sites in Lebanon. Israel claims Hezbollah hides weapons in civilian areas and is warning Lebanese citizens in targeted areas to leave.
I urge you, take this warning seriously.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Hezbollah has been using you as human shields. It placed rockets in your living rooms and missiles in your garage.
Hezbollah has put northern Israel under near daily rocket fire for almost a year. Today's airstrikes mainly hit southern and eastern Lebanon, but have also targeted the capital, Beirut. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
President Biden is scheduled to address the United Nations General Assembly as tensions rise in the Middle East. Fox's Rich Edson is in New York.
The president arrives here in New York this evening. He will speak to the United Nations General Assembly tomorrow. This is all after all these discussions have been ongoing regarding the Middle East. The president was asked yesterday afternoon what his administration is doing about that. He said he's pushing hard to do everything it can to keep a wider war from breaking out in the Middle East, as Israel's focus has largely shifted now from Gaza to fighting Hezbollah in the north. Remember, tens of thousands of Israelis in the north are still evacuated from their homes because of Hezbollah rocket attacks. Much of the foundation for the fighting leads back to Iran.